So you know what's funny? We wanted to talk about the Steve and Monique thing. Actually,
speaking of
the
bosses,
Steve thing
the boss thing,
but it's kind of two extreme approaches.
Yeah.
Steve got.
So you saying Damon's on this end of
yeah, and I guess, and I don't necessarily want to say this about Steve because he seems like he's definitely said some questionable things, but the whole. I think he's still a respectable business guy, but his approach you might describe more as go along to get along, a finesse. That's kind of what he was trying to say. You got to finesse the system.
Yeah, what's the word?
Monique was trying to Dame Dash.
But what's the word that Steve is being? Cause you saying finesse, go along to get along.
Yeah, I want to say that was a slip. He wish he didn't say that. Integrity. That you don't. Yeah, because that's kind of like his whole brand is that he's this guy's guy. And he's about hard work. All that stuff is about integrity. So, but I think he was focused on not you shouldn't be trying to keep your integrity, but you so hell bent on making a point that I got integrity. Y'all can't do this to me. So I think that's what he meant to say. It sounds bad.
I don't think it's what he meant to say.
So you don't think?
I think he meant to say you effing up the money. That's what I think he was.
But you don't think he believe you need to have integrity?
No, because he don't. He don't have no integrity.
Because I don't feel like he's shucking jive on that show or even on Family Feud. Like, he still seemed like,
Okay, so let me say. So, this is completely uncorroborated, but there's been enough stories floating around where I never thought that he was funny. So, let's just start there. So, I may have a little bit of a bias. I never thought that he was funny.
Yeah, he not knee slapping funny.
He was, at the time of the Kings of Comedy, the original version of the Kings of Comedy, he was going last. It was Cedric or DL opening. Right. It was Bernie Mac, and then it was Steve Harvey because he was the biggest name. And I'd say this, I didn't see this for myself, but my boy told me because he went to the original run.
Right.
And he got booed off the stage because Bernie Mac was so hilarious.
Right.
That's why they revamped the show to make him just the host because he couldn't close because he just wasn't funny. So he was never funny to me. And there's enough evidence out there that he's just not that funny of a guy. But what really did it for me, well, again, this is completely uncorroborated. What's the word?
Uncorroborated.
That word. But apparently,
nice.
Thank you. When Bernie Mac was doing Ocean's 11.
Now we take this around the block now.
I'm telling you, because I'm bringing back to integrity.
Right.
So when Bernie Mac was doing Ocean's 11, he had gotten a part. Apparently, and we can look this stuff up, but Steve had went to the producers and said, whatever you're paying Bernie Mac, I'll do it for half of that. He tried to undercut Bernie Mac so he can get that role in the big film. Now, this is supposed to be your boy. Y'all on tour together. Y'all making money together. So his integrity is not there. So a lot of people know this. It's kind of a open secret. So when you hear the Kings of Comedy who were left, particularly DL and Cedric talking about there was beef, that was the beef. Yeah, so I can't listen to him talk about integrity with Monique and blah, 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 when you undercut your guy just for a role because, remember, so he lost his start, he lost his closing slot on the tour. He lost that to Bernie Mac, and now you're trying to undercut Bernie Mac. So he's had to extra grind with Bernie Mac because he wasn't as funny. And so to me, I can't listen to him talk to anybody about any sort of life lessons because you undercut your man. He went to his grave with y'all at odds with each other. So it came off cool to me. Coolness, that's the word I was trying to get to.
It came off bad.
Go along to get along. To me, in the black community, it's like you're cool.
Right, so I'm going to say, so it definitely had the backdrop or undertone of race. It was all about race. This is not what you have to do, Monique, as a woman, but as a black woman. We have to do certain things to be successful. That's basically what he was saying. So, really, this is a situation they both right. This doesn't matter choice. Some people I can't get with all of that, and I'm just going to be fine with the level that I get at. And some people is like, yo, I don't mind feeling uncomfortable, feeling like I'm playing myself, or I don't feel like I'm playing myself the way you feel like you're playing yourself when we doing certain things. So I'm going to do what it take to get to that level. And here's my thing. I think I spoke to you about it before. I think I got a new theory about I don't judge people on how they black. Different levels of blacking.
Yeah.
Because it's just a lot. See, some people just want to live life. White people can just get to live life. They don't have to consider how things look because they black or consider empowering of the community. They don't have to think, but they just kind of just live.
Well, to that, let me ask you then. Right. Let me ask you this. Think like a man. Wasn't that an empowering situation? Wasn't he trying to empower people?
Yeah. But a lot of people think it was self-loathing, especially like,
right.
You've been married 3 times. How you gonna tell us?
You can't tell me how to do that. Right. So in this case, you're trying to tell her how to act in a situation where you already approved. You've already said in your comedy, which every piece of comedy is some truth in that. Mm-hmm. You've already said in your comedy what you would do for $5-10 million. Right. I'll be a monkey. Yeah, he said this. Yeah. Right. Oh, I walk around and swing my arm. Come on, bro. So you're trying to make her do the same thing,
more or less.
No, he was. But that's what I'm saying. Like, for one, I think that should. It was a conversation they could have because they close friends. I don't think they should have had it on camera.
Not on TV.
They shouldn't have had it on.
No, I'm glad they had it on TV because people can see what you're really about.
White people don't need to see that, though.
No, they don't.
And white people don't need, and the people that watch this talk show is probably majority of white stay-at-home moms. It was a very like a family discussion because really what he was saying is he understand everything Monique was saying. He just saying, hey, I love you, you funny shit, you should be big on all these people. I wish you would just play along so you could get this money like I'm getting it. That's really what he was saying.
But at some point you have to ask yourself, what does play along mean? At what point do you have to? Because to play along, at some point you're going to have to give up who you are, and which is the whole thing with Monique. The reason why she got into the hot water that she's in is because if you go back to Precious, they want her to do all these press runs and all this and the third. And she said, I'll need to spend time with my family. So that's really what got her in trouble. And it's like, yo, you're pissing off Tyler Perry. Oh, you're pissing off Lee Daniels.
All about values. You're pissing off what you value.
You're pissing off Oprah Winfrey. So she chose to not go that route.
They both right.
I'm saying, but he was chastising her for not doing those things.
Because he wanted her to get this money. But she like, if I gotta do all that to get that money, I'm just not gonna do that.
Okay,
and that's what I'm saying. That's why you just gotta be, okay with that. But it's always gonna make the person, the go along person, look bad. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
did it come off coonish to you? And I know that's I know you said there's different levels of black. I get that.
I don't think he a coon, but I'm not surprised that everybody, a lot of people do.
You don't see the coon in that statement that he was making though. Come on, I think you being PC right now.
No, I just understand what he's doing. It's about choices. That's what he want. That's how he want to play the game.
But why push that on her though?
Because he want her to get this money. He feel like she leaving money on the table.
That ain't right.
Hey, maybe it ain't right. But I don't think. I do think they genuinely friends. And it's just like, hey man, you could be doing a lot more. It's just like you a DJ. Say you had like 2 siblings that went to Harvard and Princeton, and they like, yo, that music thing, that's cute, but you really need to be.
No, I hear that every day.
That's what I'm saying. It's just that, like, to the 10th degree, man. But that's why I'm saying I think it's harsh to just write black people off as just like and cancel them and all that because everybody just ain't going black. Now if he was Al Sharpton saying something like that, like to where this is where you build yourself to be about black empowerment and now you contradicting yourself. But like you said, you saw in the old clip. He ain't been everybody.
He said for $10 million, I'll swing from a vine. I'll be picking.
You saw it in the trip with Trump when he tried to come downstairs and act like I didn't even know y'all was gonna be. Come on, bro.
Like you're partnering with Trump. It's a power grab.
But you know what's funny about that?
He's playing a Hollywood game of. I don't even know what the game is. I'm not in Hollywood, but we see people who give up certain things in order to get access and get success. That's the game that he's
But not
playing.
always for themselves. See, and that's the part where it gets tricky. It's like, you can't stand these people, but I guarantee you, the little backdoor meeting he was having with Trump, he was getting some kind of policy that benefited other people. That was
Do you think it was? Nah, I think it was people doing something to benefit himself.
No,
King did stuff that where they thought that the means of getting it done was questionable.
But King stood for the movement of an entire people.
No. The point is that whatever you stand for, you don't know what people do. You can't always assume there's totally self.
Okay.
But you still don't agree with the means.
Okay, so
that's the difference. I'm not going to rock with Trump to get nothing from him.
So what policy has come out? So Ray Lewis Jim Brown.
I want to get into politics.
No, I'm not getting into politics. I'm not getting into politics. I'm just asking a question because you brought up. You said policy, so I'm just saying. Right. So what have we seen that has come out as a result of Steve Harvey meeting with Trump? That's my point. He was there for.
We don't know. That's the point.
Come on.
We don't know.
Hey, come on.
That's what I'm saying. You can assume the worst, but that's what I'm saying. That's where it get complicated, where they can't be 100% the villain. Like he a total coon. Yeah. He don't care nothing about himself with black people. Nah, I want to get my money, and I'm gonna help my people get some money too. But I'm gonna do things that you're not willing to do to get it.
Okay. Okay. You know we'll have to agree to disagree on that. We'll have to revisit that one. But yeah, I thought it was a bad look for him. I thought it was a bad look for him.
Yeah. So
because what he said it's not a black thing, it's not a white thing, it's a money thing. But who controls?
You know who I heard say that?
But who controls the money?
Guess who I heard say that?
But who controls the money?
Andrew Young said that.
But who controls the money?
White people.
Okay, so there you go. So you
there
can't.
You go what?
I'm saying so you can't.
So I gotta get along with these white people so I can get some money.
Right, exactly.
And
but
build schools and do whatever.
And when does a white person ever let you be 100% authentically black and still give you money?
Okay, that's why I gotta compromise to get some money so we can eat. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Some people make them choices.
Okay, wow. That's a good.
That ain't your ministry. It ain't mine either.
Okay, that's a good stopping point. That's a good stopping point. Because like you said, you just said it perfect. However you just phrased it, I like that. That it basically is down the line. Because I asked a question, when has a white person ever let a black person be authentically black and still giving them the money?
Right.
I mean, you said whatever you got to do to get to the money.
Right.
Capitulation. That's the word. Okay. Capitulation. Right.
So then if I build, do you think, so then I go build a little affordable housing community. You think they care that I had to kick it with Trump to get that money?
But where does it? I guess.
Thank you.
I guess the question is, where does it stop? Because not like he's giving all his money.
Oh, no, that's a personal decision. That's what I'm saying. Like he going black, how he going black. But I'm saying this make up like it.